on this computer. Hi, everybody. This is Group 4. We are, but first and foremost, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Yes, happy Valentine's Day. And I would like to let you know who all is in your group to start with. And I know that everybody's busy and they might not make every phone call, but having a decent sized group, but yet not a group that's overwhelmingly large, I think will work for us for sharing ideas. And I worked really hard on the level of business you're at, maybe where you're at in your life. Like I'm not putting a 32-year-old with 2 toddlers with a group of people that are my age. Okay, let me just use me.
Thank you. I love kids, but sometimes.
Us veteran, we are seasoned is what I like to say, right? Okay, so obviously we have Carol Olson, Ruth Fifield, Sherry Eisinger, and then we also have Jean Gallagher. Do you guys know Jean? Nope, okay. Chris Kilby from Florida. Jean Gallagher is from Illinois. Chris Kilby is from Florida. Martha Kewen is going to be with us, and Donna Samet. Okay, so you all did within a $20,000 range of sales of each other. Okay, and some of you are in lead, and so hopefully these calls will never conflict with that. I'm trying to keep track of when your calls are, and I would like to start off and just let you all know that I'm going to make a little Facebook group with you all on there, and it'll be a little accountability group and a place to share some successes, or maybe just a little, I made 14 phone calls and didn't get a hold of one person, but we don't want to go negative on there all the time, but it's just a place to how does that one Miracle Morning guy says, you can vent for 5 minutes and then you got to be done. Okay, but of course it'll be vent for 5 sentences and then you'll be done on Facebook. Okay, but it's a place where we can encourage one another. We can share ideas that are working. We're in all different parts of the country, and so we're all in that place where I think most of us want to maintain. Or I should say sustain or grow, all right? I haven't put anyone in that's not in an area of an active business with this group, okay? So I think the lowest in sales was 30,000, basically, and the highest was 69 in this group, but there was only one at 30. So everybody else was closer to 40s and 50s. So people that are working at a good pace in their business, all right? So first and foremost, let's get to know each other. Sherry, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you want out of your business this year.
Okay, well, I just celebrated 15 years with Pampered Chef, and
congratulations.
Thank you. I have 2 grown sons. One is married. The other is a MD PhD student. And so out of the house, although I do have my sister and my brother-in-law that moved in with us about 2 years ago. And I've been mostly doing virtual shows, but I'm really looking to get more cooking shows on my calendar because I need to get out of my house more often. I am in the lead program, so right now I'm a little like, it's a lot to kind of go from just doing your own business and whatever you kind of want to do to now really having a schedule of having to definitely make those calls and reading a book and, you know, planning for host coaching. And I'm a little frazzled some days, but so far it's good. I do have 3 shows going forward on my 3 cooking shows on my calendar. So I'm really pleased with that. So hopefully those will turn into more.
Awesome. Yeah. And I would, if I can interject an idea that's really been working for some people that are trying to get back to people that did virtual, they're trying to get back to some live cooking, because what we have found is some people are really, really great and get big numbers with the virtual, but most people are having to do 2 virtual for every cooking show for the same amount of sales. So they realize how valuable that live experience is. All right. Offer your host something special if they get 3 bookings, something that's on your shelf.
Right.
Don't we all have stranded goods? Okay. So something that's on your shelf, Marna Ross calls them stranded goods, and bring 2 or 3 high value items that you will give them at the third party once that's held. So say something that's $30 or $40, okay? And so it's a good value that they can get for free at the third booking. Your bookings will triple in no time. Think of it. If those 3 shows each got 3 shows, you're
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But they have to ask them to be booked in the next 6 weeks. Now I know we got Easter coming and stuff, so you might want to make it 8, but it'll really transform. Anyone that's done that has transformed their live cooking show business within 2 months. So just a little tip for you. Good. So, okay. So, and we know that you need to turn in 8 shows.
Yes.
Okay. And do 2 recruits. So, so we'll want to share a lot of recruiting ideas and the show ideas and of course, the more shows you do, the more people you see, the easier it is to get those recruit leads. And I should say recruits, period. To get the leads, to get the recruits. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Sherry. And we'll be seeing you at the end of March. I'll talk to you about that privately. Okay. All right. Thank you. Ruth, how's the move? How's it going?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. So I moved 1,500 miles 12 days ago from Virginia to Padre Island, Texas, and am basically having to restart my business. But God has a big plan for me, and last week, went to bingo, which was sponsored by the Kiwanis Club.
Mm-hmm.
I was a sponsor for the event, and so was able to get my name and everything announced and out there, and gave door prizes. And from there, I met somebody who put me onto a local Facebook group where I introduced myself. And long story short, I have about 6 people that want to do parties within the next couple of months, and they've all been wanting me to do a party, so I'm going to be doing one the first Friday of March to introduce the new spring products, introduce myself. The community I live in is a little difficult because it's a gated community, so I have to have somebody standing at the gate letting people in. So that was a little challenge I had to overcome, but my husband's going to help me with that. And it's just been a really great, easy transition. In the meantime, this month, I have 6 virtual parties with people from Virginia that I set up, and just got them going this week. I do live cooking demos when I do virtual parties, so it's a little different. I can't run more than one at one time.
1 hour?
Well, my demo is 30 minutes.
Okay.
I do, a little bit of pre-party, couple of days to give the host time to connect with the people that she's invited so they know. But the bulk of the party is the 30-minute demo that I do. And I do a full show in the 30 minutes with a cooking demo and all of the host and guest and recruiting and all of that.
Wow.
And I really like that. It helps me stay kind of on top of my game with cooking shows. What I want right now is to stay afloat. I'm really kind of just focusing on my business right now because I need to reinvent myself here. And I'm helping my team and all of that virtually through Facebook, but that's been a bit of a struggle, trying to find the time between adjusting to being in a new place and spending the vast majority of my time getting myself out there, and finding my way around and all of that kind of thing. But it's, you know, I have a lot of irons in the fire, so I'm happy about that.
You sound excited.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's been incredibly well received. So I'm really excited about that.
You know, I know a tip on how to do more than one Facebook party at a time. Do you know that tip?
Well, if you have a business page.
No.
And then you can film from there.
Well, I don't think it talked about it when Lisa Bailey shared on one of the other calls that what you do is you put up a sign that says live demo in 5 minutes on one of the posts, okay, and you put that live, and so it's going. And then what you go to another, like an iPad or your phone, and you check in with each group on a different device, and it pulls all these devices into your filming, okay? And you can film once, do one demo for all 3 shows, and then when you click off of those devices, it goes back. It's super easy. It's super easy. Like you can have one on your laptop, one on your iPad, one on your desktop, and
I guess I would have to make my introduction a little different and thank all my hosts.
I just say I'd like to thank my hosts. They don't even need to know that you're doing it with more than one. Just say live demo starting in 5 minutes. Get ready. Get your glass of wine or your beverage of choice. They don't need to know that everybody else. You just don't name people by names. I'd like to thank my host tonight. Really appreciate all the work that she's done. What I'm going to show you now is boom, boom, boom. You can do you just don't name names. They don't know that there's all these other people on there. It makes it very simple and very easy.
That's interesting.
Well, and you won't have to do three whole demos.
Right. That would save me a lot of money for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I know you can make dinner that night each day, but I don't know. I would think that when you're in show mode, you want to be in show mode, and you can spend other hours working with your team. Right. That's an interesting thought. I'll have to experiment with that. You have Lisa Bailey's information? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So call Lisa. She'll walk you right through. It was so easy, I couldn't believe it. And it has nothing to do with the business page. Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't have to have a business page. So great. Here's a tip for you. It'll save you hours. And if I can give you one more tip about the where to start with working with who, and this goes for everybody, run your reports for a year and for 3 months, because you don't want to miss the new people that have just started that may only look like they've done 5,000 in sales for the year, but if it's actually in the last 3 months, then that's good, you know. And then you want to work that list from the top down, and then your newest people. So it's like, if you've got 50 people to work with, where do I start? With the most active and then the newest at the same time. Right. And I've been putting my new people on a group, doing a little call like this, so that the new people can meet each other, and also they're all learning at the same time. you know, the different things,
Yeah.
talk about the different emails. And does everybody know about that sheet that Pampered Chef has where you know what they're sending and what our response should be? Do you know
No.
about this?
No.
Okay, I will get it up.
Is it on PCU?
It is, and it's like a new consultant resource. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I'm trying to find mine for you too.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's-
I have to-
Oh, wait.
you got it?
It's called the Touch Point Guide.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has the home office touch points on one side, and then it has the recruiter director touch points. So it
Okay.
tells you
Perfect.
what they're doing and kind of what you should be doing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a brilliant page. Okay, let's see. If you're not using it, it really
It looks like this.
Perfect.
Sherry, you're obviously working with it. What do you think?
It's helpful, definitely. It seems like I signed a new recruit a few weeks ago, and I always get a little frazzled, like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Because back, years ago, I just kind of had my own little checklist that I would just, kind of check things off as I did it. So I'm still trying to use all the new resources, but just get them in a manner that I know what to do. So it is very helpful. I just kind of check things off and keeps me on track. So I do like it. I'm not always within the first 4 calls. I haven't really done everything I'm supposed to, but at least I can refer back to it. So I print
Good.
one for every recruit.
I want to get exactly where it's at for you guys. Okay. It wasn't that easy to find. It wasn't peer sharing coaching. Okay. Here it is. It's under, okay, when you go to Coaching New Consultants, course resources. Okay, let me share the screen. Hold on one second. Let me share this screen because it was not easy to find.
I know, and once you find it, I would just save it on your computer as a PDF, and that way you can just pull it up. That's what I did, because again, it is hard to find sometimes.
Right. So you're in PC University, Coaching New Consultants, okay, and then over here, oops, let me hold on one second. Over here, it's under Coaching Basics and Instruction Resources, the Touchpoint Guide. Okay, and so here is what the home office is doing upon submitting their agreement. Here's their action that they're doing, and then here's the recommended touch points that we're supposed to do. Okay, day 1, day 2, day 3. See how they got? All right, and it's 2 pages long. It's really, really great, you guys.
That is so awesome.
Yes, and it totally tells us what to do, what they're getting, and
What they're getting. That's so important, because I just, for so long, I knew they got stuff, but I had no idea what they got.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what to tell them to look for.
yeah. So everybody knows where it's at, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop the share there. Okay, so yeah, really a great thing. And if you haven't been to the PC University and check out all the different things, I highly recommend it. One of the other things that I'm going to recommend also is for some of you to group together that want to build directors. Okay, and teach people more recruiting skills. Because sometimes our people will listen to other people better than they listen to us. Anybody experience that? It happens to me all the time. It happens to everybody.
Always.
I don't know any person that they're not a profit in their own town, okay? All right. Excuse me. So I would highly encourage you to gather with 2 or 3 other directors. And one of the things I'm going to have is a Facebook group with your people in it. And you know, you might want to say, hey, who'd like to do a developing director program? Who would like to do a recruiting class with me for 2 weeks in a row? It doesn't have to be 6 or 8 week commitment. It can be host coaching. Who'd like to do a booking blitz together? And you can do the percentage of bookings based on the size of your team. And, you know, the winning team gets pizza, you know, at the next meeting kind of thing. That'd be a little tough for you, Ruth, but you can send out, you know, five Pampered Chef dollars to anyone who participated, you know, things like that. But so it can be a call or a series of calls or an actual program that's already done, all right, in Pampered Chef's information. And I'm happy to pop on for one of the calls, you know. I just want you guys to kind of group. Like I said, it took me 2 literal days of looking all your stats up, where you're at, what you're doing, what you want, and making notes to do these 56 people into 6 groups, okay? So I chose very carefully. Yes, Sherry.
Can I ask who else in our group is in the LEAD program? Because we have to do the Director Bound program.
Oh, okay.
Is there anybody else?
Martha Kewen, Carol Olson is in. Carol, who's with us.
Okay.
Sherry. And then there's also, let's see. I have that on another sheet.
Okay. Because I know Angie is in the program with me, so
yes.
I'm already starting to think, like, who with that can I group together? So
yes, that would be great. Because you know what? And what's really nice, if you get like 6 people, you can partner for each call, right, and each do 2 calls. Okay. So, and partner different personalities together, you know, so you have one quieter director and one more bubbly director, you know, or, you know, and it's funny because the quieter director has got to keep the bubbly director in check. Okay. And then the bubbly director needs to pull out from the quieter director their knowledge and resources sometimes. So it's a good pairing if you have some good instructions in the beginning. Okay, does that make sense?
And I was thinking too, based on participants. You know, I don't know. I might only have one. I might have none. To make sure that there's enough in the program that it's worthwhile for us all.
It's true. But, you know, you have to think outside the box, Sherry. I'm going to encourage you that even if you have none right now, and I would encourage you to use the income calculator with each person and see who wants more. It's the beginning of a new year where you can restart your business. But even if you have 0, at your next party, you're going to meet new recruit leads. And to do fast track, put them right in there, you know, work with them a little bit ahead of time, but then jump in there, you know, and, you know, you might want to do a fast track group because you guys are all having to work with new directors right away, you know, have a fast track group for February, for March, and for April. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that way you're not doing it all yourself and people are getting exposure to other personalities. Okay. But I can let you know who else is in LEAD from our group, from our core group. Okay. I've got a list in the bedroom. Sorry, I don't have that right now. But good question, Carol. But quite honestly, Sherry, people that aren't in LEAD are still wanting the same thing that you're wanting.
Right. Sure.
Okay. But I know you have to run that program, so it's great to do it with other people too. Okay. Carol, tell us about yourself.
Okay, well, this is what I look like after I work out, I'll tell you that. No shower.
The thing is that you just worked out, and we're if I wish I would have.
So there we go. And the cookies are done, so I'm done running away.
Makeup in here is not required for this call.
That's good because it probably won't ever happen. Okay, so I am in lead, and what I want this year is I want Hawaii, and I really want a team that does something. I have for the last couple years just said, oh, well, nobody wants what I want. I'm tired of wasting my time on them. I haven't done meetings in I don't know how long. I offer them occasionally. No one comes. I offer phone calls. No one comes. So Ruth, I'm going to give you a little shout out here. Ruth put something, I think, on Facebook and said, you know what? I asked each of my team members what they thought they were good at. And then on our Facebook page, I said, okay, if you want to know about recipes, go to this person. If you want to know the techie stuff, go to this person. So just today, and this has been a long time coming, I wanted them to think about this. I didn't want it to be a surprise of, oh no, I don't know what to say with a phone call. So I sent an email to my entire team and just asked them those questions. What do you feel you're good at? What do you think you need help with? What am I not doing that you wish I was doing? And please tell me, don't worry about hurting my feelings. I can cry in front of my computer all by myself. It's okay. I didn't say that, but so I'm reaching out to them to try and make a difference.
Okay.
And that's what I want to do this year also, is try and make a difference with that team. I think from what they tell me, they want to do more, but I don't know if it's because they don't know how. I don't know if it's because they don't have the support that they feel they need, or if they're just lazy. I mean, I get lazy too, so I'm sure they do. So that's what I hope to do this year. I
think putting together a little accountability group, and not just on Facebook, but doing a Zoom call with 3, 4, 6 people, because when you put a personality with a face instead of just a line of type, it really makes a difference. And more than being accountable to me, you're going to be accountable to each other, and you're going to be able to say things to each other that I would never say to you. Okay. Yeah. All right. And it's true, because you'll be friends, and you'll be someone that wants, and not that I won't be your friend, but I'm just saying,
right.
As a director, it's a little different than your peer. Okay. I have had peers say, oh my gosh, get off your ass. You need to go to work.
Yeah.
Things like that. And say, I would never say that, but they could say it to each other, and I look at, and that's the young group of girls that I have together. And we're seasoned, is what I like to say.
Right. Right. And I feel like too, I'm just kind of like going with flow, not growing, not caring for a while. I have 2 grown children. I have 3 grandchildren. I am involved with them a lot. One lives 40 minutes away. One lives 6 hours away. But I still try to see the one 6 hours away as much as I do the others. So lots of traveling. I have a retired husband, which is some days not great. And so life has changed in the last couple years. And I think that's part of my thinking, my stinking thinking, which I call it, because it is. And so I just need to get back to not just what I need to do for me, not just I want a trip, I want to go to Hawaii. And, speaking of someone telling you to get off my husband said, maybe if we weren't traveling all the time, you wouldn't have to worry about earning that trip to Hawaii. Thanks, honey. But anyway, he's right. I need to think about what time do I need to spend. And I'm spending more time in my office because of lead, doing the things that I have to do. Oh, and I want to, right? Yeah. So, I just need to kind of revamp my thinking. This will be my 25th year.
That's awesome.
And I can't think of anything else I want to do. So that's not an option.
Right.
But yet I want more from what I'm doing.
Right. And if I can encourage you with just a little shift in thinking and to celebrate your freedom, okay? And to think of it, to literally look at your calendar, and I'm going to put up a page I use Day at a Glance, weekly lined, and the monthly 2-page. It's a specific book that really has changed my life. And you can actually just say, okay, today I'm working for an hour and a half here. I'm working out here, having breakfast with my husband, working out here. I have people that are in your very situation, and they travel 2 weeks out of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere. Okay. So they do their business the other 2 weeks, and they haven't skipped a beat for what they used to do all month. Now they do in 2 weeks. And what's great is their husband is on the same page, because they know they're going to have their full attention for 2 weeks.
Right.
So now I'm going to be in my office for an hour every night, or 3 hours during the day for those 2 weeks. I'm going to be out doing more shows than I normally do in a week, because I'm going to take 2 weeks off. And I think if you have a plan and it's on a calendar and the guys can see it, they really get on board with it. Because guys are very logical, and they just need to see what the plan is, and then you work your plan. You know what I mean? You don't let everything in life stop you from working your plan. That frustrates the heck out of them. So I had Denise Costigan is one of the gals that been in 25 years. Her kids are grown. Her husband, he has his own Snap-on tool business, and they travel about 2 weeks out of every month. Sometimes it's to Europe, to Florida, to cruises. Sometimes it's just to the next city, or they go with friends to their cottages and homes. And it's just amazing, their calendar. And I would think, oh my gosh, I know I travel a lot, but how do you do that? And I travel for work, but she does it. And it's like their family knows that you can't just pop in on mom for dinner on Tuesday night, because mom, is working. So if I can give you that, and even if you just want to, if you're gone 1 week, do your traveling, and then you can give your other stuff away. So,
right. And I've tried to start that, thinking that would be the way to go, and really load up those couple weeks. The other issue is things have changed in 25 years.
If they have.
With Pampered Chef, with the world, and shows don't come as easy as they used to. When I started, I had 4 or 5 bookings at every show. Now I'm lucky to get 2, and so I'm trying new things, trying to encourage the bookings with the, like what you said with the gift. I do that, and that does help. So Sherry, it really does help when I offer that gift. I'm generous. I give the gift at the show if they get 2 dated bookings on the calendar in the month.
Okay.
Because I figure if they're booking in the month, they're probably getting, they're probably going to hold because they're close in. Or sometimes I'll go out, if it's towards the middle end of the month, I'll go out to the next, first week of the next month. So that's been very successful for me. But I used to be able to call all of my hosts from last February, and they would rebook.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No. But you know what, Carol, that's a very dangerous situation to put yourself in, to constantly rebook. And I'm going to give you a story. My top salesperson for 5 years running, doing over $100,000 a year in sales, used to do that. And literally 1 year, we also were trying to get into the Hispanic market at that time. So she really booked a lot of Hispanic shows, and she only called her past hosts. And within a 3-month period, she had no business. She was down to 0 instead of $10,000 a month in sales. So, and the reason is because you keep going back to the same well. They're inviting the same friends and family. People are coming less and less because some of those people had shows. They've got enough. Oh, I just was to one kind of mentality. We all know that there's way more for them to buy, but they have this mentality. But there's less bookings and less recruit leads every year you go out. So what you may be experiencing is that well is dried up, and try to do a craft fair. So
I've been doing that. I've been adding those once a month. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. I really do. Yeah. But I've been doing it just for the new blood.
Good.
And also, when I do a show with a past host, I am saying, who are you inviting that I don't know?
Perfect.
And I am getting some new blood that way too. So that is helping. It's just that rebuild.
Yeah, and I would give the host an extra $20 in free merchandise if I haven't met half of the group.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and do something like that. Or if you can get each person to bring a friend, everybody gets a season's best, and you get $20 more in free merchandise.
Right.
So
yeah, and I've tried that too.
And once again, you could do the retired season's best. Hopefully, you've been buying them through the years. I don't even know, have they put one up this year on the supply?
I think there might be right now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So needless to say, that really, really helps. But I'm glad you're changing, you're shifting your attitude, and you're right. The business is very different than when we started, but there's also some really good things about it. We didn't have texting. The shows are shorter. And I'm finding for people to get a hold of people, the phone, unless you're in their phone as with your name, they're not answering the phone. So you're not getting their call back. But if you text them and say, this is Carol Olson with the Pampered Chef, and I'm calling you with an exciting offer, please answer my call or call me back, that is being much more effective because people are reading their texts and they're reading their instant messages. So, and the people that are doing that did say that it's been very, very helpful. So what else can you tell us? Where are some of the things places you're going, Carol?
Well, California, of course, in May, but in April we'll go to Indiana for a week to be with my son and his wife and my grandson. And January, we just did a short little trip. We actually went to northern Iowa, which was not a big deal, but it was a getaway.
Yeah.
We're home this month. We're home the whole month.
Okay.
So I have 11 shows.
Work it, girl. Work it.
I figured this was my big month. So I'm actually, my brother passed away last spring. And so trying to keep my sister-in-law busy. So she and I are going to take a trip to the Grand Canyon.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And then we have a trip to Yellowstone in the fall.
Okay.
And a trip to Florida coming up in March.
Good.
So we're every month we try to do a little something.
Good. So it's probably not more than a week most times?
Usually a week or 10 days, yeah.
Okay. So you have plenty of time to do the rest of your business if you have it out there on a calendar and he knows what's happening. I think you'll find. And even like when I go visit my kids, because I only get to visit them maybe twice a year. And then they come in once or twice a year because they're in the Navy and it's a little tougher. But when I go visit them, I work during nap time. Okay. Or when I have Fallon take the baby with her when she drives Juliana to preschool. So I have a half an hour window here, another one here. Now, some people would say, oh, you could have that time individually with London. I said, yeah, but I have to get my work done too, and I don't want to do it necessarily when they're there. So that's just to plan times, even when you're with the kids, if you need to do just small things, that way you can stay focused on the reason you're there. So
good idea.
Good. So, so you shared what your goal this year is. And I love that, Ruth, you need to tell us more about the Kiwanis because almost everybody has a Kiwanis by them. Now I know there's a Kiwanis bingo, but it's not sponsored by anyone but Kiwanis.
So Kiwanis here on the island, every year they do a 6-week bingo. And they get sponsors and have tons of door prizes, like 50 door prizes.
Oh.
And all of the proceeds go to children's charities.
Right.
There are 400 to 500 people that go every single week.
Wow.
And it's for 6 weeks. And so tomorrow is week 5. And I will sponsor again tomorrow. And then next week I will sponsor, but I can't go because I'll be in Buffalo for a destination wedding.
Okay. Okay.
I say that with great sarcasm.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right.
But it has been, it was phenomenal, the way to get my name out there, and to follow it up on Facebook with the local Facebook group. Yeah. So I'm hoping then to approach the ladies there at Kiwanis tomorrow about fundraising.
Good.
Since they do this is a fundraiser, why not consider a Pampered Chef fundraiser?
Right. And then the our Kiwanis Bingo is every week through the whole year. So the other thing, I want to give you guys a little, what is it, an acronym. Yeah, put down the letters FOCUS, FOCUS. And I'd really like you to really get this in your mind. Follow one course until successful. The reason I say that is because there's a lot of things out there right now, a lot of different ways and different things. Try something for a month to 6 weeks before you switch to the next thing, okay? Try to focus on one thing, 2 months, 3 months, whatever, it, depends on what you're doing, but try one thing, finish it, evaluate if you got the results that you wanted, and if not, go out there and look for something else that solves that problem or that challenge, okay? But I really thought that was a good acronym. I love it. It's FOCUS, to have focus and to know what you're working on right now over the next 2 to 3 months, okay?
Nancy Jo, that's so great, because obviously I have the opportunity to reinvent myself.
Yeah.
And on my 3-day drive here, I spent a lot of time thinking about how I was going to present myself. What do I do? And I decided, and the way I introduce myself and what I do is that I offer cooking classes. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not, it's fun in the kitchen, but it's learning. It's a cooking class. And even with my virtual parties, that's what I do. It's a cooking class. And that has, and even if I offer a fundraiser, it'll be a fundraiser with as a cooking class. So I don't want to get into all of the other things that you can do.
Right.
And I did find that before moving here, I had kind of been going with the, let's gather together and have a party and make some food. It was more about the wine and the party. And that was fun and everything, but I wasn't getting the desire that I was looking for from hosts. They were interested in having the fun, but they weren't as committed to investing in the party because of the value of helping their friends have something they can learn.
Right.
And so I decided that that's the approach I'm taking, is the cooking class with a glass of wine.
Yes. Glass with a glass.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, and because most cooking classes, you just get recipes and ideas and a full belly, maybe a glass of wine, and they're spending anywhere between, $50 and $125. So
right.
With your cooking class, they're going to be able to go home with the products that they not go home with the products, but they're going to be able to purchase the products that they need to reproduce what they just saw.
Exactly.
High value. So that's great. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And offer that Cool and Serve salad bar. I'm telling you, if people, one of the gals at our last meeting, and she's really successful. She recruited 31 people last year. She only in the business 2 years. She did that. She got 5 bookings within 1 month for the class.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I always make the, well, I should say they make.
The taco bar also, my last month in Virginia, I did the taco bar because I was going to that idea of offering a solution.
Right.
And that taco bar is the bomb.
Yeah.
It's a great show demo.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, for the people that were there in Virginia that I was, they were families on the go, and it was perfect.
Awesome. Yeah. So, and the salad bar, everybody wants to eat healthy. In fact, I just went and got my container from my Cool and Serve from my house, because I'm renting out my house this month, and I'm staying with my sister. And I said, we're putting this in your fridge because we're chopping every night. What's with this? Let's just chop, chop once and we're done,
And you know what I do with mine? I have, all the toppings in the container, but then when I put actually the cut lettuce underneath.
There
so
you
I don't
go.
know if that was something that was ever shared, but that's what we do. And it lasts a couple days in there fine.
Oh yeah. I put my salad in another container, because what I put underneath there is pepper sticks and jicama, snap peas, carrots, anything that I can use for a dipping with hummus with crunch, okay? I'm a crunch person. I keep trying to do the shake thing. It's just, I can't suck my food. It's the only way.
Right there with you.
You know what? I can do it once a day, but I can't do it twice. So, and I just need to chew and crunch something. And those veggies are really making a difference. And they're all, because there's a good inch gap. So I line them all on the bottom, lift the thing, and they're ready to roll. And again, most things, everything but cucumber. Well, and I don't cut up tomatoes. Tomatoes are always fresh, but everything but cucumber lasts 5 days. It lasts 5 days. And then you can also, like I said, you've got stuff to make a little Denver omelet, a stir fry, and that's how I use it all up, or a soup. I throw all the veggies in a soup and make a soup at the end, or a stew. It just depends on what veggies I've got left. But I'm telling you guys, it has changed my life. I love it. I'm eating way more vegetables than I ever have, and feeling better. And feeling better about my choices. And that's half of it sometimes. Does anybody else get like, oh my gosh, what did I just eat? And then you get depressed, and then oh, well, I already blew it today. Might as well finish blowing it some more, But, it happens to all of us. So, but I really, really like the fact of having that ready to roll, because it really does make a difference in time. It's time. It's that I don't have time to make up a whole, because if I'm going to eat a salad, I want more than 3 ingredients. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So, anyway, that's a really great class, Ruth. I think
I will look that up.
Yeah. Now it's not on Pampered Chef.
It's on the Tools,
PC,
whatever your
PC
website is.
Training. Yeah. PC Team Training. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And the other one that's really popular, Gail Book shared with us, the Sip and Dip with the champagne and chocolate fondue.
Oh, yes.
Just opposite of the healthy one.
Right.
But seriously. Thanks. I'm almost done. So anyway, it really, really is. And when you can get excited about it, and you know what, think outside the box, go to some yoga classes and ask the owner of the place if they would like to do a special evening where you could show them some healthy ideas for, go to Weight Watchers groups, go to, and the reason I say yoga groups is because the gal that, the last gal that I did a show for in Florida, she's a yoga instructor, and she says, Vance, when you come back, I want to do this show for my for all my clients, because she does 2 yoga classes. And but think of weight management classes to go in and offer to do a class for people, coffee break at your churches, your MOPS classes, mothers of preschoolers. So there's a whole bunch of places we can all go with an idea, with a class, with a training. And that, you know, the salad spinner and the cool and serves, the 2 cool and serves, the quick slice, the cutting boards, a good knife, your egg slicer. Because I don't like the way the quick slice does really soft things like eggs. I still like my egg slicer for that. Excuse me. So thank you. But thanks so much for getting on the line. I hope you guys are going to enjoy these calls. We're going to, you know, we've written some things down. We'll get to know the other members, I'm sure, by next month. It's do everything you can to try and be on here, because I think it'll be a lot more beneficial than just listening. Okay. These calls are for you. And and I also want to say, if this is not something you're interested in, just let me know. Okay. And we'll figure it out, and you know, or if the group is not busy enough or it's too busy for you, let me know that too, you know, because I want to get the right fit for the right people. But, and Sherry, I will get you the list of the rest of the people that are in LEAD and LEAD Plus from our team. Okay. And same for you, Carol. Okay. You're in LEAD too, right?
Yes.
So anyway, anything else you guys want to share?
The bug guy is here, so the dogs are barking.
Okay. Yeah, when you're in a different climate, you do have bug guys. They're like lawn guys and bug guys. Yep. It's just part of life. I used to think, oh my gosh, what will people say that I have a Terminator? They'll say I'm smart. Yeah. In fact, my renter said, we have not seen one bug. I says, good. It's doing its job. So, yeah. Anyway, well, God bless you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Have a great day with your spouses. Love them up, and love your families up. They're the best gifts that we ever will receive. Okay.
Thanks, Nancy Jo.
Thanks for your time.
You're very welcome. My privilege.
Bye.
Bye.